Hey everyone, so ALLPOWERS have emailed and asked if I would review the S300 power bank with the 100 watt flexible solar panel, and I thought, yeah, I need an excuse to get out of bed today, so why not? Let's check it out. So a quick disclaimer people, I am not a power bank expert, nor am I an electrician. I think we can all gather I am just a muppet. But anyway, I've been sent this item to review and that's what I'm going to do. Now, they're not paying me any money to make this video. They've not given me a script. They've not told me there's certain things I have to say. They've just gave me the product and said, make a video. So that's what I'm going to do. These are all my own words. So let's check it out. Right, well, it has arrived people, so let's get it open and see what it looks like. Nice little unit. Yeah, it's a little bit smaller than I was expecting. I thought it'd be a little bit wider. But yeah. Now let's get this bad boy open and see what the flexible solar panel is like. Okay, so that's the connector cords. So you seem to have some straps to strap it down with. Oh yeah, it's a bit thicker than I was expecting. It is quite strong and sturdy. I thought it was going to be a lot thinner. Yeah, pretty happy with that. So the panel is 5mm thick and it is water resistant to IP68, which goes straight over my head. I have no idea what that means. But I think with this, it is water resistant to the point that you can leave it outside to get a little bit wet, but you can't leave this outside permanently all year round. So I'll give you a quick rundown of what the unit has. On the top there you have your wireless phone charger. Now you have to make sure your phone is compatible with this. I'm a caveman, mine is not, but that's not the end of the world. So around the side here, this is where we will plug in the solar panel, and then there is a car port here, and you can buy a cord so you can charge this up as you're driving, or you can put in a little carport thing and use this as an output as well. Around the other side here, this is where we plug in the mains. So around the front here we will have the one plug socket, and we will have two standard USBs, and we will have a USB-C port. So we have the power button here, and then we have an AC and a DC button. Now you push AC, DC buttons when you want to listen to some high voltage rock and roll. You don't, that is a music reference, I'm sure that went straight over a lot of your heads. But you push the AC and the DC button to activate either the plug socket or the USB ports. So yeah, pretty good. So at the back of the unit there is a light, and there's 3 settings for this light. You've got light, lighter, and then you've got strobe light for party mode. You also get a nice little handle on the top. It's a bit stiff, but I think that's just because it's brand new, hasn't been used, so I'm pretty sure once you use it a few times, the rubber on the underneath there will get worn and it'll be a lot easier, so yeah. So it's 1.5 hours to charge this unit from flat. And there is a display there to tell you how you're getting on. At the minute we are taking in 204 watts from the mains. Right, well let's give this bad boy a test then. So I don't know if you can see at the minute, but it says it is on 71% charge. Now you probably can't see, there's probably too much glare from the sun because I can barely see it with my eyes. But we'll get this plugged in and see what she can do. So that is taking in 77 watts. Don't know if you can see it, but yeah, 77 watts, and it's telling me that that will take 1 hour to charge. 1 hour, 3 minutes. So yeah, that's not bad. So the panel does fit within the cockpit area, just like the foldable one, which is really good. So at the minute, she is taking in 31 watts. Now you got to bear in mind, the windscreens are slightly tinted, so it's not going to be like what it would be outside, but 31 watts to just be left there whilst you're out exploring, yeah, great. Now obviously I'd only leave that like that on a campsite. I wouldn't leave all that set up on a car park, because someone's going to know you've got something valuable like a power bank in there, aren't they? So obviously bear that in mind. So when I first got offered the S300 unit, my first thought was, what is the point in me taking it? It's almost the same as the R600 watt ALLPOWERS unit. But Now that I have them side by side, I can see there is a huge difference in size. I mean, this one is tiny in comparison. So the only difference in the features is that this one has one plug socket, this one has two, this one has one USB-C, and this one has two. As far as performance go, there is 12 watt hours difference. Well, that's not very much watt hours at all when you think about it, and especially considering the size difference, that's actually quite impressive on this one's behalf. Now this one will run up to 600 watts with a 1200 watt surge, but this one will only run up to 300 watts with a 500 watt surge. So obviously this one can operate a lot more high-powered electrical appliances. Now there's a price difference on these items of £50. So you have to ask yourself really, is the additional plug socket, is the additional USB-C port, is the additional 300 watt extra electricity output of this worth the £50 to you? And obviously only you know the answer to that, but this one would be great for just taking on little camping trips, fishing trips, you know, if you just want to charge phones, operate small low wattage TVs and just do low wattage appliances. This is perfect. You're not going to cook on this. Technically you can cook on this, but you will deplete it pretty fast, you know, depending on what appliances you're using, obviously. But yeah, this one's more for like just small little appliances to get you by. No hair straighteners, nothing like that, you know, no travel kettle. But this would have been an absolute game changer for me years ago when I didn't have a power bank. So this would have made the world of difference. So this would be a great little unit for a solo traveller, someone who has not got a partner there ruining their lives, someone who just goes out, does a lot of exploring, doesn't spend much time on a campsite, but rather goes out and sees the scenery and just wants a little bit of electricity when they get back to the van. This is perfect. And years ago this would have been all I'd have needed for my trips. Yeah, this would have been amazing to have. Now, truth be told, now that I make these videos, I do need a lot more electricity. So I do need something like the R1500. I need the plug sockets. I need camera batteries fully charged at all time. Two microphones, they've got to be charged all times. I need a light so that you can see my beautiful face. You know, there's a lot of stuff I need. I want drone batteries to be fully charged as soon as I can afford a drone. But years ago, as a solo traveller, this would have been perfect. So I think this is a great little unit for a solo traveller who does a lot of exploring and doesn't spend much time just sitting around on a campsite. So when I looked at this item online, the thing that put me off at the most, if I'm truthfully honest, black and orange. I have a pet hate for black and orange. I don't like those two colours together. But now that I've seen this in person, the orange isn't actually that overpowering. It's not as ugly as I actually thought looking at the pictures. You know, you've only got your 3 orange buttons there, and the underneath of the handle is orange, but you can fold that down, so all good. And at the end of the day, that's not a criticism of the performance of this, that's just my personal preference. I prefer the look of the other units with the grey and black. I mean, technically this is grey and black, but I just don't like orange with black. So at the minute, ALLPOWERS do have an incredible discount on, and my coupon codes are still valid through that discount. So you can buy this little unit, just the unit, not with the solar panel, for $125.99. Now that is a really good price. And then you can buy this unit here for $170.99. Now again, a really good price. And you can buy this absolute monstrous beast for $494.99. Now those are great prices. That deal is not going to be on forever. It's not like a DFS sale, because when I first got involved in ALLPOWERS, I checked out the websites and that deal was not on. So it's not going to be forever. But if you are thinking about getting a power bank, now could be a good time price wise. But you know, only buy one if you actually want one, and do a bit of research yourself. Don't just buy one because I have one. So ALLPOWERS do all different size units. There's a lot more on their website than just these, so if you want to check them out, they do some absolute beasts that are like twice the size of this bad boy, and they do some that are a lot smaller than this as well. So ALLPOWERS also do all different shapes and sizes of solar panels, and they're all the same, one size fits all, but you do have to be careful with some smaller units. Like this one, for instance, will not take the 400 watt solar panel. That's just too much for it. Now, to be honest, I think if you see the size of the 400 watt and you plugged a 400 watt into this, it would look a little bit silly and a little bit overkill. But other than that, they're fairly mix and match with the solar panels. So I do have a 10% discount code off of all of these items, and the discount code is Bongo Ben, and there'll be links for all these items in the description of this video. And I have a 5% discount code, which is also Bongo Ben, which is for everything on the website. And I will leave a link to the main website in the description of this video as well. So if you go on the main website and you choose something, if you put in Bongo Ben coupon code, it'll either give you 10% if it's one of these items, or it'll give you 5% if it's not. So either way, you get a discount. So yeah, if it's something you're interested in, check it out and see what you think. I like this brand personally. I find them very cheap compared to other units. They're very good, reasonable prices. And you know how I like things cheap and reasonable. So I have also made review videos on the R1500. And that will be this video here. If you want to give it a click, give it a watch. And I've made a video on the R600, which is this one here. If you want to give that a click, give that a watch. And if you want to check out my most popular campsite review video, it'll be this one here. Give it a click, give it a watch. Anyway, cheers for watching, everyone. I will be back filming more campsite review videos in the future. Yeah, keep living the dream.